Hi, I'm Damon from Learning Blade, and I'm going to show you how to use our Construct a Robot Hand activity from our mission challenges to promote exciting STEM careers to your students. In our Rescue Robot mission, students learn how robots are designed and constructed to fulfill specific tasks. In this mission challenge activity, they'll build a simple, non-motorized robotic hand using common items, and also which improvements could be made for more specialized tasks. So let's begin this activity. So these are the materials that you'll need. We're going to need some string, some cardboard, some straws, a ruler, some tape, and scissors or a hobby knife, and also a marker or a pen. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is lay a hand out on the cardboard, and then we're going to trace the fingers. And what we'll do here is we're not going to trace the thumb, we're just going to do the fingers because we want our thumb to be going the other way. So first thing I'm going to do is put my fingers out like this and just trace over them. And then what I'll do is I'm going to lay my thumb going this way and trace it out. And then I'm going to just put that over like that. So that's the shape of our hand that we're going to do with our activity. Now we want to cut out the hand shape using our scissors or a utility knife. Okay, so now we have our robot hand, and what we'll do next is we're going to bend the fingers and the thumb so that they can actually move and close around something. Basically, you can use your own hand as a model. Wherever I've got a knuckle, that's where I'm going to try to bend it. So what we'll do now is we're going to cut some straws into little pieces that will fit in between these little creases that we've made on our hands. Next, we're going to tape these to our hand so that it can close. So now we're going to use some tape. Tape around each one of these straw sections. If you have small hands, your straws might need to be a little shorter. And you want to line them up. That's another thing. The straws need to all line up on each finger. Okay, so what we've got now is we've got our hand, we've got little sections here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our string and we're going to tie it to the ends of each of our fingers. Okay, we've got our string attached to each one of the fingers. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to poke holes so that the strings will go through, and that way it'll help close. So we'll be careful here. Now, for the last part, we're going to take all of our pieces of string and we're going to run them through the straws and through the holes. Now you can see that I've got all of my strings running through each of the sets of straws and then through the holes in there. You can see that they all come out the back together there. The last thing we're going to do is we are going to tape the ruler to this hand, and that way it'll make it easier for us to manipulate it and move it around. So I'll hold that down, get some tape. Okay, so now I've got all of my string going through. I've got my ruler taped to it, and now let's try to pick up something. I'll put a piece of cardboard there. I'm going to take my hand and I will pull on the fingers and see if I can get them to close around this and actually grab it. Okay, so I was able to actually pick it up by pulling on the strings. So that illustrates the idea of how a simple robot hand works. And if you wanted to, students could go through and make changes, and they could maybe reduce the number of fingers or make them longer or make changes to it to hopefully make it pick up heavier objects. But this shows you an illustration of how a robotic hand works as far as trying to replicate a human hand. Now, in this activity, there are also discussion questions that will walk through students through, asking them questions about, do robot hands have to be necessarily exactly like a human hand? Oftentimes, robot hands don't have to replicate what a human hand can do. Instead, they need to be highly specialized, and they may even have tools attached to them. So again, that's something that your students will think about as they go through this activity and work through the discussion questions. Now, in addition to this project, you can find other Mission Challenge activities in the resources section of Learning Blade. Thank you for watching, and be sure to check out more videos in this series.